Hey everybody, welcome to the second annual Burn Down the Sandcast. I'm your boy Miko, aka Alex, aka the original Yefmeister. I have with me today
Rotation Surgeon at Rick Rolls Royce on Twitter, and with us we have. You have to say it, man.
Say your name.
I'm out of it. That's what the fuck I am right now. I'm Maggie. Zomptosis on things. Find me or don't. There you go.
Oh yeah, I guess I was supposed to say I'm Mike, but yeah, I think.
Yeah. You don't have to. Oh, hi, Mark. You can find me at GameBud. I do the videos. Also, I'm kind of like half out of it right now, so...
The third M.
I think we're all pretty out of it right now. I'm literally sick. I woke up with a sore throat this morning and just, toughed it out at work, and I feel like I'm dying. Anyway.
I've been sick for a week and a half. High five.
Nice.
I mean, I got back from the anime con, so... Yeah.
You get the con cred. I'm the only one who doesn't get deathly ill after AGDQ, I'll have you know.
True.
You're a fucking wizard.
No,
Hey.
I worked in a drugstore for 8 years, so I built up an immunity to all the common, colds and the flu and whatever. So, yeah.
Well, so we had to skip a week because GameBone was away, but we are back.
Yeah, so I was thinking, because we had to skip a week, right, that we just do every other week?
I mean...
Alright, well, we'll see.
I'm good with a week. Just like last week just happened to coincide with the podcast.
We're not supposed to discuss this on the podcast.
Doesn't really matter.
No. Let's have the behind the scenes shit
Yeah,
in
really.
here.
Well, people
right
gotta
now.
know, alright? People gotta know what the update schedule's gonna be like.
Alright, here's the behind the scenes. We still can't do a sync check.
Hey, did you know behind the scenes? Is it 3, 2, 1 then go, or 1, 2, 3 and go?
It's actually 3, 2, 1, go, then go.
And then sync, or what the fuck are we doing?
Oh, it's gonna
What
be a long
what
night.
are we doing again?
We're doing
Alright.
a podcast, I think?
A podcast that is now available in iTunes. If you
Nice
so choose to
segue into
listen
the
to
show
it there.
notes, my dude. So yeah, we are on iTunes now. According to PodTrack, 4 people have downloaded it from iTunes. So good on you, the 4 people who use iTunes. Thanks.
And 3.2 of those people are Taylor Swift.
That's right, everybody. We're now available on SoundCloud and YouTube and MySpace.
Well, we are available on YouTube also.
GeoWorlds.
Not.
And
I mean, is SoundCloud going to be around for a couple more months, or is it dead?
They got saved by some investor or something. I
Yeah,
think.
they got saved.
Yeah,
did they?
yeah.
Some rapper. or
Somebody gave them a major cash infusion to keep them going.
Wow. Well, I hope that pays off in the future.
Yeah, maybe they could get their business model together. I don't fucking know.
Got him.
Or Google will buy him and
Ruin
ruin
that
it.
SoundCloud shade. Alright.
Anyway,
Among announcements, also in the show notes, which I'm reading directly off of, Miko is now 30 years old as of a day that I missed. But
Wednesday.
It happened.
it's Wednesday, my dudes.
That's right, everyone. Miko is now legally a daddy. Congratulations, Miko. Everyone
First of
clap.
all, at least if you're gonna do that, at least call me a daddy bear. Thanks. Secondly, don't call me that.
I mean, I'll call you an elf daddy. That one is...
No, you're not
pretty
gonna do
much
that
just-
either. That would be
A
bad.
fake elf daddy?
Please don't do that.
Come on.
30 over 30 furry luminary, Miko.
You're lucky I finished my homework tonight.
Yeah, the Yefmeister General is me.
Fucking hell, this thing won't open.
Anyway,
So, where were you for the solar eclipse? 30 over 30 media luminary?
I was asleep, so I don't give a fuck.
Hey,
Sorry.
I was too. High five.
You sluts.
Yo, once in a lifetime situation or whatever the fuck. I don't care,
I
alright?
mean, you got 7 years, so the next one happens.
I think I saw an eclipse when I was a baby or something. I'm good on eclipses.
Hmm.
I mean the last solar eclipse was like 1979, I
The
think.
last big
Yeah.
one.
I mean, at least we know our president, Donald Trump, saw the eclipse several times. Very, very intently. Because he needed to make sure it wasn't fake news, you know? It's gotta be an actual eclipse. He needs to be sure.
You know what I think the best part about, if you've seen the video of that, you know what I think the best part about that is that his kid never looks at the sun without the glasses on. Like, he's like, oh, I don't want to fucking get retina damage. Fuck that. I'm like 12. I gotta be careful.
No, because genuinely a child is more intelligent than Donald fucking Trump.
His own dumb child is more intelligent than him.
Yeah, his own child that he's definitely making dumb is smarter than he is.
Yep.
Also, I just want to throw it out there. Melania did steal a sneak peek. I saw that video. She did it too.
Okay.
So don't not include her in this.
So for my Eclipse experience, at work we had a fucking information management department outing to a park.
An Eclipse party.
Yeah, which like wasn't intentional because it was actually originally scheduled for that Friday, but then Friday it rained, so they're like, okay, well we got to pick a rain date. Let's pick Monday. Oh right, there's an eclipse. So
see that, I guess.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
Yeah. So I would have preferred if we went back to where we went last year, which was when a bunch of 40-year-old developers went and played laser tag, and it was fucking awesome.
Whoa, that sounds radical.
Oh my god.
Did you win?
My team almost won. We came in second out of 4 teams.
Fuck, who was on the other team?
Other developers? You were like randomly assigned.
And they were 40 years old and they still kicked your ass? Goddamn.
Okay, first of all, listen. There's a Romanian man on the BI admin team who is like insane. First of all, he's laser tag monster. Secondly, there's a lady who does Statistica development work. She's also a laser tag monster. Secondly, my team lead was also a laser tag monster. It was a little ridiculous. Feeling a little exposed in the laser tag arena. Personally.
I mean, I guess that's what you get for not playing laser tag constantly.
Yeah.
Should work on that.
Laser tag is a dumb thing for babies. Real cool people play with Nerf guns and water guns and have a cool time.
Look, if you just walk into a Walmart, you can just have a great time.
I mean, yeah, you could just fuck around with the things in the Walmart until they kick you out, you're right.
Oh, nobody's getting paid enough to kick you out, don't worry.
Wait, what do you mean? No, you walk into a Walmart. Like, you just walk into the wall over and over again, and you have a great time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a store that sells wall.
As someone who's played with, I guess, well, they're not BB. BB is the metal ones, right? What are they called? The plastic pellet version of BB
Airsoft?
guns?
To airsoft.
Thank you. Airsoft guns a number of times. Yo, airsoft is mad fun. More fun than paintball. Shots fired at paintball.
That's because, with paintball, there's a lot of setup involved and fucking cleanup and mess, and airsoft, you could be just a fucking idiot and just not care.
Well, you still need to wear, like, goggles and shit for airsoft.
I mean, you're supposed to, but, you know, I was a dumb child that didn't care about the rules.
Mostly for me, it's just that paintball is a fucking mess. It's, like, such a mess the second you get hit. Alright. So, Game Bun, did you see the eclipse?
Kinda? Where I was at, it was like 75%. And, well, it never
right.
We didn't get the totality up here either.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, so, I mean, I got a cereal box, punched a hole in it, I saw it.
Is that a thing?
That is
it's
a
not
thing.
It's not the shoebox. It's not the box method. Just thinner.
All right.
Yeah, my mom did that.
So where did you have to? Does anyone know where you had to go to get the totalitarian?
There was a map. It was like from Oregon and mostly like in the middle of the country.
Oh, those fucking high people in Oregon! God damn it.
So, Kung Fu Jesus, friend of the program, lives in or around the DC area, to my knowledge, and said he was going to drive 150 miles to the totality zone to watch the eclipse. And then on the way back, he got tired and stopped in Atlanta, I think. So...
He took a real good photo, I'll say.
Yeah.
That was an excellent photo. Talking about a total eclipse of the heart.
Oh yeah, speaking of total eclipses of the heart, the Adventure Zone is finished, and I'm very sad that the Adventure Zone is over.
No spoilers.
It's very good, and I enjoy it a lot, and you should go listen to it. That's my opinion.
That thing I've never even really heard of is finished.
Hey, related...
You, of all people in here, would enjoy the fuck out of the Adventure Zone.
Yeah, so related to
Would
that... Yeah, so Miko was recently talking about this, and I definitely agree, although obviously I can't speak on it in the same way that Miko can. The queer representation in the Adventure Zone is really, really good.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And it's interesting that it's coming from 3 straight white dudes who made it. But yeah, hey, check it out. It's
at
really
least 7 queers. At least.
What are you talking about, Mike? You're like as gay as Toddy, right?
I don't have a gun, so no.
Nobody listening to the podcast knows about the Toddy has a gun inside joke. Could you please?
They just think Toddy has a gun now. I'm cool with that.
Well, I guess it's just out there now. Sorry, Toddy.
I mean, I was gonna buy like a toy gun if I go to HDQ and like give it to him, maybe.
Well, I mean, don't say that. Now he's gonna know.
Well, I'm probably not gonna do it because it's money, and
definitely buy a real gun. What? Listen, what was that? Huh?
What?
If I want to buy a real gun, I have to go to one of those states where people don't give a shit. Which?
Oh, you mean like 95% of them?
Yeah, like Virginia. Yeah. Oh shit! Wait.
Guess where we're going?
Not Virginia. We're going to Boston because Boston is crushing it about 40 times, according to the show notes.
Yeah, I thought that was a really good joke at the time, and hearing it said out loud, it doesn't really hold up the way I want it to.
So, is that a joke about, like, Crush 40?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Crush 40 song?
All Hail Shadow.
One that's not a Crush 40 song.
I like the intro to Dragon's Dogma.
What?
I like His World. It's really
Free.
Good. It makes me think about kissing hedgehogs.
Into Free.
You gotta be the Dangan, you know?
The Danganronpa.
Enter the Dangan.
Well, Miko, take it away.
Yeah, so there's like some kind of rally or whatever where 25 hateful people got into a gazebo and got surrounded by 10,000 people who hate their guts.
Yeah, It was a quote-unquote free speech rally, a.k.a. let me say racist shit in public, because, boy, it's fine.
Yeah, that's not how free speech works, my dudes.
And as it turns out, despite Boston being full of fucking hicks, as someone who used to live very nearby, who are pretty fucking racist, Boston did not take kindly to that. Mm-hmm. And, like, fucking thousands of people showed up to literally surround this gazebo that the people were in and shit on them.
And scream the lyrics to Live and Learn over and over again.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Also, All-Star.
Also, Miracles by Insane Clown Posse. That's right. Shaggy and Scooby Too Dope and Violent Kevin James are anti-fascists.
That's not their names. You're making that up.
No, that's real.
I would believe it, to be honest.
That is real. Juggalos are anti-fascists now.
So yeah, Juggalos heard that there was going to be some people marching in Washington, so they said, let's break out the hatchets and send these fools to the Dark Carnival. I could barely get that out.
Oh, God. What the fuck is going on with the world right now?
So I'll tell you, it's like, there's never been a better time to be paying attention to the news, because it's really funny, but also very depressing.
I mean, yeah, but I think I had a lot of fun this week reading the stuff from that rally. Like, not the one in Boston, but the main one that caused all this bullshit.
Sure.
Like, there's been so much backlash from that. It's actually pretty amazing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what got all the Boston people out on the street surrounding
25
but I mean, like, idiots in a gazebo.
But I mean, like, everything else. Like, all the statues from all across the country are now just gone, destroyed, or, like, decimated in some form.
The news cycle right now is somewhere between apocalyptic and hilarious.
I mean, look, if the apocalypse happens, I don't have to pay my student loans. So, silver linings, you know?
I mean, you'll die knowing you'll be in debt, but that's okay.
Oh, trust me, they got Sally Mae in hell, too.
Oh, no, I made sure to get that student loan that says if I die, the debt is wiped. We're done.
Okay, good move.
Yeah. No cosigner, it's just gone.
Like, I know around here, I'm not sure in Dallas, but I know it was in Austin where it happened. Like, overnight, they just took off one of the statues.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Just fuck them.
Yeah, no, a couple cities did that, actually.
Yeah, just around here, right?
Quite a few, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Durham, for one, there was like a big fuss about that, and then there was the one in South Carolina, I think.
The people at the old rally were like, they found who they were, and slowly they've been getting caught, and then they either fired, left, or kind of both. Like I said, it's good. It's some good shit.
All I want to say is that if Faygo was smart at marketing, they would come up with a socialist flavor right now, and they would be really popular.
So, okay, here's the problem with that, right? Faygo is inherently capitalist because they're a company.
True.
Just think about it.
So is Arby's, but they're out here with their nihilist Arby's Twitter account fucking going to town.
Yeah, but they're still a corporation and can never be socialist. God.
Yeah, fine.
They're engaging in capitalism actively.
Okay.
The more I see of the news, the more I'm convinced, like, you know how in a lot of shows they have an episode where they go to, like, an alternate universe that's, like, a satire thing or some shit like that? Yeah, we're the satire fucking weird, fucked up universe.
We're the shitty Rick and Morty planet that they go to for, like,
we're the
5
shitty
minutes,
one.
and it's a one-off joke. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we're that. We are it. Congratulations, everyone. You fucked it. You completely fucked it up.
We aren't even worth a whole episode of Rick and Morty, guys. That's how you know you fucked up.
I mean, here's how you know that we're a throwaway Rick and Morty joke, is they brought back the Szechuan sauce. So, that's how you know.
Hey, related to that, did you see the video of Justin Roiland and his crew trying it? Because, boy, I think that's the best part about this whole thing, is there's a video of them trying it, and the overall reaction seems to either be, it's okay, or I don't like it.
I believe it. Like, you're fucking getting a sauce from McDonald's. What do you want?
My favorite thing is they did a giveaway for, like, 3 people, and they got a bunch of the sauce, and someone who won sold it for a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Donated some to charity, and fucking people got mad at him for it.
For what, selling it?
Yeah.
Well, how much did he donate to charity, though? Like $30?
I can't fucking remember.
Alright.
Is it like a
I
majority?
think he got like 10
proceeds?
grand for it or some shit, too.
Yeah, I remember that auction. That was fun.
Hey, suffer. If you get...
And even, I
Szechuan
think,
sauce.
Justin Roiland got mad at him, too. And people were just like, you should have eaten it yourself. And it's like,
why?
Who gives a fuck?
Look, if I got a jug of Szechuan sauce, you better believe I'd be selling that shit.
I'm gonna be honest, if I won, like, any contest and got anything, I'd probably sell whatever the fuck I got.
Yeah, fucking Rick and Morty fans, crazy.
Do you know how much fucking hookers and blow you can buy with Szechuan sauce proceeds?
I can't buy myself, Mike, alright?
Are you the hookers or the blow?
The hooker. I don't do the blow part, alright?
Well, speaking of late-stage capitalists...
Well, actually, I do blow, but, you know, not that kind of blow.
Oh, God. Speaking of late-stage capitalists...
Wait, that was a blowjob joke. I don't know if you got that.
Let me make this fucking transition. Speaking of late-stage capitalists trying to appeal to niche groups, THQ Nordic is putting out a game, and it appears to be a game about raccoons. Or, well, what is this supposed to be? I don't know. A bat?
Yeah, why the fuck did you put Sly
No,
Cooper?
that's definitely a raccoon. So
What
I
do you
named,
mean, is
I
that a
named this
bat?
link Sly Cooper Apocalypse because...
No, hold up. Look at that picture. What do you mean a bat? What do you mean a bat?
Look at the ears.
That's more of a lynx to me.
I have no fucking idea what you people are talking about. Anyway.
I don't know.
Oh shit, he's got a gun. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, so THQ Nordic has revealed Biomutant, which is from the Just Cause team, which is going to be like an open-world, post-apocalyptic kung fu fable for the PlayStation 4, PC, Xbox One.
Did they really use...
It has a furry.
Did they really reference Fable? Like, that's where they want to go with this?
No, the concept of a fable, not the game Fable.
Because I was going to say, don't...
So,
the last
listen,
thing you want to do.
Words mean things before games come out that are titled that. I don't know
Before
if you are
Peter
aware.
Molyneux ruins them, you know, some words mean other things.
Yeah,
and
Tony
have
Hawk used to mean just a hawk named Tony.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought this game looked neat, and I wanted to be like, look, I'm a furry boy. I love the furries. This is how I do, personally.
Uh-huh.
Just thought y'all might want to check it out. Let's go check it out.
I mean, I never got into Just Cause, so I don't know what's the for me.
Well, it
This
doesn't
seems like
seem
it's
to be
different.
related to Just Cause, other than that's the team that made.
How do you
I
know?
thought like they were just
How-
making like a
how
game
do you
very
know?
similar. This is what I get for not reading the whole thing.
What if this is like in the far future of Just Cause after shit has gone wrong?
And what's his name? Rico? Is that the guy's name from Just Cause? And
Yeah.
he turns into
Rico
a raccoon?
turned into a raccoon. Rico Raccoon. Holy shit, that would
Oh,
actually work,
boy.
wouldn't it?
I want to be clear though. This is not a raccoon. This is the main character appears to be a ragged raccoon-like creature. So
It's a raccoon. It's a stylized raccoon. It's not a
Yeah.
fucking literal raccoon, you fuck.
do you think he also has a robot grasshopper on his shoulder? Do you think that there's any raccoons in real life that have an eye patch?
Yeah, probably like one or two out there, honestly.
I might Google raccoon with an eye patch and see what comes up.
Well, it's gonna take you to Fur Affinity, so I'm just gonna warn you now.
Result number 1 is a pretty pissed off looking raccoon with an eye patch, but it's a cartoon, so. I'm not seeing any real raccoons with an eye patch here, guys, sorry. Oh, and now I'm
Anyway.
into Rocket Raccoon.
I'm also into Rocket Raccoon, if you get what I'm saying.
Uh-huh. Speaking of trailers for video games.
Speaking of being into things, the new trailer for Shenmue 3 is out.
Yeah.
It's bad.
And now it doesn't look bad.
Yuji Naka? Is that his name? What's his
Yu
name?
Suzuki?
Yu
No,
Suzuki, thank
Yuji
you.
Naka is the Sonic the Hedgehog boy.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yu Suzuki.
I thought when
Yeah.
Last Guardian came out that was the last PS2 game.
Well, you're
No,
wrong.
Shenmue 3 is the last PS2 game, my dudes.
Oh, wait, haven't you seen Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite?
Oh, no. So, here's where you're confused. MVCI is going to come out before Shenmue 3.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Like,
no,
no
I'm just
question.
saying Last Guardian can't be the last PS2 game when MVCI
At the
is
time,
still
it was
coming
the last PS2 game, because MVCI had not been announced yet.
out. Fair.
What the fuck is that
But-
one? Wait, there it is. I found that
Honestly-
face.
I actually feel like you're being pretty generous calling this a PS2 game. because, alright, look, I get it, guys. Video games are a multi-billion-dollar industry, and, you know, the old Shenmue games today would have costed way more than what they raised on Kickstarter for Shenmue 3, right?
Mhm.
Like, I think that's pretty much the argument for why
I
it
was-
looks the way that it does.
But they
I was-
also have outside funding from a company. Like, it's not
Right.
just the Kickstarter.
I mean,
So-
does Sony have much money anymore?
I don't know who's funding them outside this, but here's the thing.
Forget.
It's just Sony.
I thought it was Deep Silver or something weird like that, but
Yeah, maybe
here's
maybe it is Deep Silver.
here's the
Well,
key
the-
factor. I think this is intentional, in the sense of they wanted it to look like a Shenmue game, and they assumed that the thing about Shenmue games that people like is it looking like a Dreamcast game. So what they did was they made it look like a
No.
Dreamcast game
So
in
is
high
it,
res.
so they just took the Dreamcast models and just put it in UE4.
It
Call it a
really
day.
looks like that. It really looks.
It's like
that.
one of those
Oh, God.
videos, like blank in Unreal 4 engine.
I want you to know that I laughed out loud when I watched this.
I just watched the trailer and I didn't think it looked that bad, and then I paid attention to anyone's face.
Yeah.
And then I just was
Like
then
that's
I understood.
the thing. Like everything looks fine except for the characters themselves.
Yeah, the first 15 seconds of the trailer are a-okay, and then you see that lady's face and Rio's face. And
Like
you're
that
just
face is a first draft character model face.
Yeah, really.
I mean, you have to admit, how far are we from this game coming out?
Like late 2018, probably.
Or
Yeah.
like if you really want to get into it on this trailer, at 30 seconds you see Rio fighting with this guy, and the animations are rough. Say what you will, but
Tasty.
man, this is one of those trailers that I just imagine a world, right, where they announce Shenmue 3 as a Kickstarter and then they show this trailer. And how many less people probably would have donated it to it if they had seen this?
I mean, I will. Shit, I don't even know anymore. I think after my number 9, I just don't know anymore. I would never.
Yeah, exactly.
Know. Like I was remembering that like this morning when that got announced and all like. You have to remember, people drew fan art of like what's his name, Beck, of like being like the new Mega Man.
Oh
like,
yeah.
And like all this like happy fan art, and then the game comes out, like all of that just is now so much more funnier in context now.
Well, real talk, as somebody who's never played Mighty Number 9, and I don't know how bad or good or whatever it is, I mean, I know that it was received very poorly. Even the stuff that came out for Mighty Number 9 looked leagues above. Like, this is rough. This is some rough shit that you're looking at.
Oh, I don't know. Have
like,
you seen the fucking trailers from Mighty Number 9? It doesn't look good.
I've seen the trailers where the guy talks about, like, you're gonna leave you're a nerd, idiot, buy this game.
It's,
but other than that...
You're an
Are
anime
you an
fan
anime
on prom
fan?
nights. You're gonna come into your own mouth.
You're gonna kill yourself and play this game.
So, I mean, I'll give this at least. The release of this is just a teaser. And since the game isn't going to come out for another year or so, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. When we see it close to launch, when it gets, if it still looks the same within like a year, then you have every reason to worry.
Yeah, I mean, this is supposed to come out in 2018, though, right?
I think
So,
so.
like, you know,
I mean, give it another year. We'll see what happens.
all right.
Like I said, I had to. These servers put in this thing, right? I could have swore Sony they just announced it on their stage. Never mind.
So, if you want to talk about game polish, then let's talk about the most polished game of all time.
Yeah, let's talk about, speaking of remakes,
True.
StarCraft.
They put out StarCraft again. You want to know why? Because nobody liked StarCraft 2.
Yes, exactly.
Got 'em.
Also, if you don't care about the HD upgrade, apparently you can just get the original for free, and it has crossplay with the HD version.
It does?
Yeah, that's what... So I was watching the Giant Bomb Quick Look, and Ben was telling... Or, no, was it Brad? Somebody.
Brad is the StarCraft
Jeff.
boy.
Somebody was telling me that. So...
Huh.
I think it was Brad. I don't know.
And, hey, guess what? People like StarCraft, like, a lot. In fact, from my understanding... The Korean esports scene, they moved back from StarCraft 2 to StarCraft. Because they were like, man, fuck
really?
Yep. They were like, man, fuck this. Melee style.
Right, so I'm not sure how to feel about that. But hey, yeah, speaking of Blizzard, they just...
And I mean, before this, they moved back to StarCraft 1.
Okay. Back when esports was just a niche thing.
Right.
What a time that was.
An important thing to remember about StarCraft, though, is both Command and Conquer and Dawn of War are better games.
I think what you meant was...
go play those instead.
An important thing to remember about StarCraft is that I want to fuck Kerrigan.
No.
Okay, like, pre or post-Zerg situation? That's the question.
She'll turn me into a Chaos Marine or whatever, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, did you know that Blizzard literally got into a lawsuit with Games Workshop over StarCraft?
I mean... I would believe it.
Because they did pretty much rip off a lot.
Yeah.
Didn't he get in trouble just for the name Space Marine?
No, it's because the fucking Zerg are literally just fucking Tyranids.
Remember, they're Terrans.
Or Tyranids?
So it's fine.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no, you're right. It's, I think it's Tyranids, right?
Yeah, Tyranids.
Yeah. I guess years at home, I know nothing about StarCraft, so... Yeah.
And then, what the hell? The Protoss are literally just a Tau.
Yeah, I had a friend who was like diamond rank in StarCraft back before it was like a thing, and yeah,
when
StarCraft
it was cool,
pretty crazy. Yeah, back when July Zerg played. I don't know if that's still a relevant player, but yeah, StarCraft's pretty cool. So hey, if you like playing it now, you can play it in 2017 easier than you could before.
You can play it on the brand new Blizzard Battle.net.
I think you used to have. You used to have to use old Battle.net or like Hamachi or some weird shit to play with people.
Oh god!
So
that game ran on like DirectX fucking 3.
Yeah.
So
wow,
they made it convenient. So
yeah, like that. StarCraft 1 is literally 20 years old.
I haven't seen much of the graphical update, but it's not like crazy impressive or anything. But you kind of almost don't want it to be like, unlike with Shenmue, where you want it to be super graphically improved. You kind of just want it to be similar enough that the gameplay stays the same with StarCraft. So it seems like they did that.
Yeah, I'll give them that.
I don't really like StarCraft because it's too fast. To be
it's
honest.
hard. Yeah, it's like really hard.
Yeah, like I played a lot of it as a kid, but I don't think I really, as an adult, enjoy it.
Playing against other
I can't
people, I lost a lot.
micromanage at all. Can't we all just play like Total? What the hell is it?
Command and Conquer Red Alert 3.
Total Kingdoms, Annihilation, whatever the fuck that game's called. That old ass
Total
fucking
Kingdoms,
game.
my favorite. Totally Kingdoms, bro.
Speaking of kingdoms and totals,
speaking of people from the stars,
that would have been a better one.
Yeah, there's a new DBZ Fighters trailer, and it's got Piccolo. Well, I mean, there's way more than a trailer at this point. Now there's like tons of footage of this.
Oh, you should probably mention this. Gamescom happened. So a lot of stuff came
Gamescom.
out.
Yeah, Gamescom happened, and news. We're not going to probably hit all of that news, but here's a little bit. Hey, Dragon Ball Z Fighters looks literally fucking amazing at every turn, and they got Piccolo and Krillin and androids 18 and 16, and
17.
Dragon Ball Z is pretty cool, man. Yeah, but he's not a character. He's just an assist for
That's
18.
that. This is awesome.
Now wait, don't you mean they got Piccolo function?
Yeah, Piccolo function, Krillin function.
Are we still doing this meme?
Android function 1 and 2.
It's not really a meme. It's just making fun of fucking dumbass Capcom.
I mean, come on, things and dumbass. I'm just prefer to get into that little hole anymore.
I don't want to talk about this for too long, but yeah, like Krillin, his assist, for example, is a Senzu bean. He throws a Senzu bean out, and if you step over it, you heal like a lot.
Oh dang!
Wait, he just had to step over it?
You just step on it when he throws it out. Yeah. I don't know if the other person can step on it. I haven't seen that yet, but Android 18 has a super cool attack where, one of her special moves is she calls 17 to, like, do an attack on you. And I think if you do the, like, EX version of that move, 17 does his speech from the anime when somebody's gonna go fight with 18 of, don't fucking interfere in this one-on-one fight or I'll fuck you up. And if you call an assist when she does this and he's out standing there doing that speech, then he comes and he blows up the assist with an energy blast. Which is super dank.
It's just a counter to your any assist.
But only for assists, right? And and he does the speech. Like, he literally, you call him, right? And then he just stands there and does the speech from the anime. Until, like, you call an assist or not.
Fucking beautiful.
So,
Piccolo is Piccolo.
The video, Piccolo Daimo.
Piccolo is a space dad.
Oh, another cool thing, Android 16 has a suicide attack. Where he grabs you and then explodes, and it insta-kills you. It costs a ton of meter, but it insta-kills you and almost kills him.
So he survives?
He takes 100% or 99% damage in blue life. So, if you hit him one time, he dies, but he doesn't actually die.
I guess. I kind of wish it just, like, when you do the attack, he explodes, all you see is just his head on the ground.
Yeah, but then it would be bad. So they made it playable.
Yeah.
All right, I just wanted to talk about that real quick because that game.
They did also. I'll get one more thing for this. They did show off Super Saiyajin Blue Goku.
Oh yeah, SSJ Blue.
We have our first palettes.
Palette swaps that are also a pre-order bonus. God fucking damn it, 2017.
Well, hey, it's Namco for you, buddy.
Speaking of pre-orders.
Speaking of pre-orders,
Nintendo is still a fucking terrible company when it comes to selling their products, and is genuinely doing it on purpose.
So, I don't know why anybody's really surprised about this. Like, it's happened every time Nintendo has launched a console since the Nintendo 64. So,
hey, you know what doesn't run out of pre-orders? An emulator.
Or the Raspberry Pi.
Got him. Yeah, but I kind of want this one, though.
They're not really encouraging people to buy their products legitimately if they're making it this fucking hard to.
Yeah, I might just go to, like, a midnight launch, though. We got a GameStop in town.
I mean...
Yeah, they had a midnight launch on Amazon. You missed it.
I don't know if we're talking... I don't know if what we're talking about, but it's SNES Mini.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, Mike, I guess so. GameStop had tweeted a little while ago that they will have stock on launch.
Cool.
So if you just walk in, you might get lucky to just get one.
That's the play, I think.
I'm just gonna throw this out there, but if I have to go to GameStop at 12 in the morning to buy something, it's not worth it.
How did you do a midnight launch?
You fucked up selling your product at some point if I have to do that. And I'm not gonna do it.
Okay, but what if it's the new Zelda? Alright, but what if it's Twilight Princess, though?
Well, considering...
I pre-ordered it and went during the day. It was easy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but hear me out. In Twilight Princess, you can turn into Wolf Link.
And then Midna can fist you with her giant magic fists.
No, that part I'm not into.
But hear me out. Twilight Princess is also coming out for the GameCube.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I had the GameCube version. It's the better version.
Yeah, because it doesn't have fucking terrible motion controls.
I mean, the non-existent ones?
Yeah, well, so yeah, it's hard to get a SNES Mini as per usual.
I mean, I got lucky and got one the other day.
Did you really? Oh, you piece of shit.
No, I was following Twitter that day, like, it was around 12 o'clock, I was getting hungry, so I wanted pizza. And they told me, like, oh, GameStop was doing pre-orders in store, so, like, it's a GameStop next to my pizza place. I'll just do it then.
Wow.
So I drove over there, did that first, took care of it, and got my pizza.
Isn't it like a $30 pre-order?
$25 pre-order.
Pieces of shit.
I mean, for $80, I guess that's...
I mean, like, do you... Is it 25?
25 down.
35 down.
No, 25.
25 up front, and then you also have to pay the 80 for the system, right?
No, it's 25 by part of it, and then you pay the rest later.
So 25 all goes towards the console?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
how GameStop pre-orders have always been. You never have to pay it a certain amount, and then you get to pay all.
I remember back in the day when I got Dragon Quest 2 for Game Boy Color, they made you pay actual money for the pre-order too.
Jesus Christ, that's awful. Like every other.
Yeah, I remember that. Like they charge like $5-10 for pre-orders.
Yep. Yeah,
exactly.
But that was always like a part of the actual like system. Like you're just paying this much.
No. Well, back in the day, it wasn't even part of it. It was just like, here, pay us $5 and we'll hold on to a copy for you. Yeah.
Yeah, it was extra on top of the cost of the game.
Jesus, and I guess I got lucky then.
Like, they literally made it sound like pre-ordering was a special fucking privilege for them to give you.
Hey man, I really wanted Dragon Quest 2 for the Game Boy Color, alright? You know, give me a break.
Let's see if I'm wrong, but yeah. Yeah, I got the pre-order, so whenever I want to say, I just go to just pick it up. Should have it.
So, speaking of things that I'll never get my hands on.
Speaking of things that nobody cares about either, it's Half-Life 3 is never going to come out. Valve confirmed.
So
and somehow people are surprised.
So Am I wrong, or did this news break because a guy leaked the?
So that's what I was gonna ask. Is I thought I saw this on this list the other day, but that news broke like a couple of hours ago.
Yeah, like a dude at Valve, like a guy who used to work at Valve, a writer, just posted like a thing on his blog. When we looked at like. Just change the names around, but it's obviously Half-Life 3.
It was an Episode 3 synopsis, basically.
Yeah, he basically just posted the end of Half-Life.
And then people were like, hey, that's like the end of Half-Life there. And then they were like, I wonder why this is just showing up on a blog and not in a video game that we'll eventually play.
I've heard it's not even a good ending, but I don't care enough to read it because I really don't fucking care about Half-Life. I'm gonna be honest.
Half-Life 2 is pretty fun, but I definitely don't care about the story of Half-Life.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, gameplay-wise, the Half-Life games were fun, but, like, who gives a fuck about the story, really? Do you genuinely care?
Yes.
Gordon Freeman.
I think shit gets really fucked up near, like, episode 2. I kind of want to figure out what happens next.
Gordon Freeman will kill all the ghosts.
First of all, he's John Freeman.
Or John, yeah. So yeah, and then I guess Valve confirmed it, right? After everybody was like, hey, it's pretty clear that this is Half-Life 3, what's going on here? And Valve was like, yeah.
They're like, yeah, actually, we're too busy making billions of dollars from shitty games on Steam, so, like, we don't care.
They were like, you know we have Dota, right? Why do you think we're gonna make Half-Life 3 now? Like,
please buy our card game.
How much money do you think they make with Dota?
A lot.
Yeah.
I think it's the second most played game on Steam behind PUBG.
Oh, for sure.
How?
People
Dota is a bad game.
love Dota.
So
why?
people like MOBAs, and I'm not really sure why.
League of Legends is probably still the most popular game on the planet. So
It is.
Hey, did you know if you're gonna play a MOBA, you could instead play a fun game
play anything
that's not
else.
frustrating?
Yeah, like you could play Brink. I hear that's a great game that you can enjoy. With
It is
your
absolutely.
body.
I would legitimately rather play Brink for 10 hours straight.
But I mean,
than
you
a
can
MOBA
now
for
because it's
half
free to
that.
play.
don't say that, because as someone who's played Brink for 3 hours, that was too many hours of Brink play. You know how
That's
much
fair.
Brink you should play in your life?
0.
0 Brink.
So I have a friend who pre-ordered Brink before it came out.
I think I did that.
He has never pre-ordered a game since.
Oh, is that the one? Everyone's got a game that makes them not pre-order again.
So
Not
I
me.
just don't pre-order things because, like, for a long time I was living well under the poverty line and couldn't afford video games. So
I just make the same mistakes over and over. That's my
Nice.
plan.
My brother's one was Duke Nukem Forever.
I think that's a lot of people's.
And the funny thing is, I'm the one that convinced him to buy that.
nice.
And then it was bad.
I know somebody who pre-ordered Duke Nukem Forever at a Best Buy, which stopped doing pre-orders like 20 years ago.
I think something in me just died hearing that.
Yeah, you've not been able to do pre-orders at a Best Buy for at least 15 years.
So how to get his copy?
He bought it on Steam because he didn't think they would honor it.
Oh, did they?
He had his ticket. I don't know if he tried, but he had his ticket. So
I mean, he probably could have sent a tweet to, like, what the fuck is his name?
John Romero.
Lithgow.
Yep, John Lithgow, known Duke Nukem enthusiast.
You sent an email to Frazier.
The Duke Nukem guy.
Kelsey Grammer.
Kelsey Grammer, the Duke Nukem guy. John Romero, the Duke Nukem guy.
Oh.
How long can we keep this joke going?
So John Duke Nukem.
John Freeman.
Jonathan.
Is it Randy Pitchford?
Nukem.
Is it Randy Pitchford? Is it fucking
I
Randy?
think it is Randy Pitchford.
Well, now it's Randy, because I
Yeah.
think Gearbox owns Duke Nukem. And Randy is gonna tell everybody that Duke Nukem Forever was actually a good game because he's genuinely... I don't know, he's delusional.
He is.
That's really
Yes,
fucking...
it is. Yes,
You're
it is. It is Randy. Let's
He
just.
genuinely thinks Colonial Marines was a good video game,
Oh.
and everyone loved it, and it's just a conspiracy by the media.
Colonial Marines. Oh man, let me tell you about Battleborn, my dude.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no, that's
Oh
another,
God!
that's just disappointing.
I just reminded myself. Remember that picture I posted where, like, there's like 20 or 5 copies for, like, going for like $5 each? Battleborn.
That's too much. That's
But,
too
like,
much.
But
I'm
like,
not
what
paying
the?
that.
I know, but like, the game was free to play, right?
Did it?
So what are those games? What are those copies? Yeah, I think it did.
Maybe it did. I don't know.
So now those copies that the I guess it's the 5 and under are just sitting there. Nope, they're just dead. There's no point in buying them anymore.
Nice.
No, forever had them in stock.
Mike, I know what the fuck you're doing, and I'm ignoring it on purpose.
Savan's Big Bad
Mike is
Battle
posting...
So you're telling me not to
Mike
click on
is- yeah.
Discord right now?
You see, Mike posted a lovely image of
That's the name of this
Battleborn
episode.
with the Battleborgs instead of all the lovely, memorable characters from the hit video game Battle.
Borgs.
Yeah, fuck.
Okay, so
That's what it's called now.
Hold up, here's what I
fuck
hate
you,
about this
Randy.
image,
I don't
right?
care.
is there are
I made this, by the way.
Beetleborgs here.
Of course you would.
There are only 3 Beetleborgs. They just changed colors in season 2. Okay,
Yep.
so this doesn't even make sense. You're banned. Banning you from my podcast. Goodbye.
Savan's Big Bad Battle works. Well,
You've been subbanned from the podcast.
Speaking of Battleborgs and
speaking of Battleborn and games that you've been playing lately, what games have you been playing?
Yeah, let's get on the video games situation for a minute. So, remember last week when I mentioned that new No Man's Sky patch that came out?
is it a good game now?
No. I dumped a couple more hours into that game, and it's still very much exactly what you don't like about No Man's Sky. It's still all still there.
Hold on, do you like fucking... Do you like survival games?
I mean, like, you still do the same thing. Like, nothing's changed, except they've added this extra story layer, which in turn makes it, like... So, what this extra story layer does now is it makes the beginning of the game 10 times slower.
Oh, good.
Really?
Yeah, so... If you loved how fast the start of No Man's Sky was, which is to say not very fast, you're not going to like this patch. Because it took me about 6 hours to get to my first Atlas interface.
So wait, you're saying this is longer than Kingdom Hearts 2?
Yes.
Wow.
How much No Man's Sky did you play, Miko?
I mean, I was listening to podcasts. The Adventure Zone finale was like 2.5 hours. You know?
Okay, that would definitely help a lot getting through that game.
Yeah. So, and like it's topical because like the space and you know the Adventure Zone. You know how it is. So
you've given us a patch list here, and I can read about what the improvements are, but
they've actually updated it like 3 more times since this.
Right.
Like every other day, but like. So the major differences that I noticed are there's the story layer has been completely redone. Let's see. That's most of it, honestly. I didn't get to do any of the multiplayer because nobody fucking wants to touch this game with a 10-foot pole.
Oh, did they actually add fucking multiplayer?
It's very, very light. It's basically
it's very light multiplayer.
If I remember correctly.
I mean, it was supposed to be light in the first place.
No, but correct me if I'm wrong, but what it is you can't even see them, correct? Or they show up as little orbs.
I don't know.
And they show up as little orbs on your planet, and basically, you can't interact with each other in any way, but I guess they can interact with the planet at the same time that you are, but that's about it. Or maybe, I don't even know if that's true, actually.
That's bad. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if that's true either. Another thing that I noticed is, so you know how when you would go to a planet and there would just be, like, buildings every, 100 feet?
Yeah, sure.
All over the place, and you could go there, and then you could get, like, a code and a recipe or whatever.
Yeah, you fuck a toad, and then he gives you...
Yeah, so I think we can all agree those buildings spawned way too often. Now they don't spawn often enough. They're so far away from each other that you have to fly 20 minutes to get to one, and it's fucking ridiculous, and I hate it.
Oh yeah, how's the low-altitude flying?
Still bad.
Well, it's new. Now you can fly in low altitude.
So it's all, like, it's new and it's still bad.
Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for.
Because, like, it still pushes you up from the surface, but it's just, like, you can intentionally crash into the ground now if you want.
Oh, will it hurt your ship?
Yes. It'll damage your shield, but your shield will regenerate, so, like, whatever.
Right.
Another thing I noticed is that, sometimes when I'll do... Not the warping, like the hyperdrive, the one that goes real fast across the solar system you're in.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you'll catch on an asteroid and go spinning. Oh. It's a little fucking disorienting. I've had that happen a couple of times.
That sounds bad.
Yeah, so like if you didn't like No Man's Sky before, you are probably still not going to like it. I've suffered a couple of hours for you so that you don't have to. So,
and that's all you did, huh? With your video game time, you just played.
No, there's other things I did, but there's a note here that we can't talk about Sonic Mania because Zomtosis will kill me.
Yeah, if any of you pricks fucking say anything, my only joy in this world will be gone.
So I watched a bunch of Sonic Mania footage.
Here's what I'm telling you about Sonic Mania. First of all, Sonic's back. Secondly, in a big way. Third, in a brand new adventure. So
nice taglines, shitlord.
I did actually watch people playing Sonic Mania, and as someone who doesn't think that any Sonic games are good, this looks like one of the better Sonic games.
Hey Mike, fuck you.
So, Sonic Mania is very good. I will tell you that. That's not a spoiler. It's just enjoyable.
This looks like one of the better ones for games that I don't enjoy at all.
Yeah.
So that's enough Sonic Mania talk.
Gonna drop kick you at AGDQ. You know
Please
that, right?
do. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
I mean, because here's the thing. I don't care how much I hurt myself in the process.
Look, you only have 4 days until it comes on the PC. We're getting close.
It's not close enough.
Well, I can't. We can't help it if Randy Pitt. Is there? No, I keep getting my
Sonic has nothing to do with Randy Pitchford. No.
Thank God. Thank fucking God, Randy Pitchford's
you're almost. Look, Todd Howard's Shadow Realm is almost away. It'll be free soon.
Hey.
Oh yeah, now we're back to me. What video games have I played, you ask? What exciting new video games have I played?
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you've still been fucking with Oblivion and Shadow Realm.
Yeah, the show notes say here, Randy Pitchford's Shadow Realm? What's that? Tell me about it.
Now, here's the thing with Oblivion, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I was gonna be done with that, but I can't.
You can't be done, or...
I fixed it. I could play another game, but I've put too much time in this to just give up yet.
Is this going to be an ongoing segment?
The game works, right? Maybe. Well, who knows? Probably. Fucking gonna take long enough. So the game worked pretty good. All right.
Oh, like it played. You were able to play the video game.
I made a test character. Yeah, I was able to launch the game, which I wasn't able to last time. Right, I made a test character before I invest any real time into it. And last I left off, the game immediately crashed when I entered combat. So you know, we're progressing.
Now, when you say when you entered combat,
we're a little further.
Did you take a swing, or did it just it's the instant somebody aggroed you and went nope?
Well, here's the thing. I had a necromancy mod installed, and I was messing with that, and I had a skeleton thing there, and the skeleton summoned other skeletons. And a guard, I guess, saw it and turned hostile, and it immediately crashed.
Stop right there, criminal scum. Game off.
Yeah. Pretty much. The guard didn't know how to arrest the skeleton, I guess.
Well, it's hard to put handcuffs on bony hands like that.
Besides that, I literally, I just... video games, man. You know?
Dude, I know what you mean.
Just related, have you ever tried using, a mod manager for Oblivion, or do you just, stick them
I do, man. Here's the thing, though. Do you know how much shit I put in that?
Yeah, clearly not.
Do you know? And do you know how much I skim the fucking install instructions?
No, apparently not.
Probably a lot, is my guess.
I mean, even with the mod manager, I'm pretty sure I heard horror stories where, even if you uninstall everything, there is still something left in there. It'll never go away.
Sure.
Because Oblivion's code is so shitty.
Oh, no. With Oblivion, once you start the game, you legitimately have to restart the game if you, have to reload or anything. You can't just fucking load a save, or you will probably corrupt the save eventually. And you can't have autosave on, because that will corrupt your save eventually, because, here's the thing. Todd, I'm talking to you now, Todd. Hi, Todd. Todd Howard, Howie, can I call you Howie?
Todd Howie.
Now here's the thing. You've been using the Game Biro engine, Gamebryo, whatever the fuck you want to call it, really, since Morrowind, and maybe you need a new fucking engine at some point. At some point, eventually, it's gonna have to happen. You can't just keep using it.
Hey, have you played Skyrim on Switch?
God damn it! I was gonna make that fucking joke.
So, I think people give the Gamebryo engine a lot of shit, but, really, Oblivion and Skyrim are not Gamebryo's fault. Because other things run on Gamebryo. Fucking Civ 4 runs on Gamebryo.
No.
It is not Gamebryo's fault. It is Todd Howard's fault. Let's be clear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Civ 4 is fucking bad.
Civ 4, until Civ 5 came out, was actually fucking great. So fucking get off of my back.
Civ 4 was good when they eventually fixed it, and then they fucking broke it again, so...
Alright, let's cool it down. No more Todd Howard
I have civilization opinions.
No more Todd Howard talk. Let's talk about Game 1. You went to an anime. So I assume that means that you went to Japan, and you saw the Madoka movie, and you got your magical heart Lighto out, and you shook it around.
Yes, this is okay.
Yep, the contract is sealed.
Ah, fuck. Where's Light? Am I gonna die?
Yes.
Fuck. Yes. Okay. But no, there was an anime con that happened over the weekend, and I've been gone since Thursday. So
What's
here's
the con called?
Anime Fest.
Okay.
So it's a thing that's been going on for a couple of years now. This is my third year going. We had fun. I went to go pick up my friends who were like a 2-hour drive away from where I live. And that whole morning it just like was raining like really badly. Like, you know, like a hurricane, which is happening right now.
In Texas. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So driving up... Oh god, no.
Go on.
Fuck, that's right, I fucking tweet. But yeah, like after I picked them up, we got over here. So so really, when I go, I don't really. Fuck, I didn't really watch a lot of anime this year. I think I watched like 2 series, and that's Konosuba and Dragon Ball.
Konosuba, if you haven't heard of it, is a parody on Kid Goes to a Fantasy World animes. It's pretty funny.
It's really good.
And Dragon Ball is Dragon Ball Super. There's a new season.
Hey, it's Goku.
Hey, it's Goku again. You guys remember Goku? You know, from Dragon Ball?
Is Goku still like a terrible dad?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So,
in fact, he's an even worse person this time around.
Alright, cool.
We'll go into detail that next week.
Yeah, sure.
Goku's terrible dad segment. So,
suffice to say, those are what you've seen.
So yeah, so anime-wise, going into here, I have no idea what the fuck everyone's dressing up as this year. Though, I started picking up on what's going on, and noticing that Voltron was the big thing right now. Oddly enough.
The new Voltron series, you mean?
Yeah, the one on Netflix. Because I've seen like a bunch of people with the jackets, and then the, I guess, the Bizarre or the Artist Gallery, what they call it over there.
The jackets as in they were wearing, like, the Voltron jackets?
Mm-hmm.
Can you buy a Voltron jacket online? I got important things to do.
Yep.
Can I become a Voltron?
Yeah, I didn't see anyone wear the suit, so I'm sorry.
If you hear a lot of typing right now.
Okay, anyway. So yeah, I didn't do a whole lot. I mean, I just did a lot of walking around the dealer's room, looking around for stuff to buy. I did buy 2 things.
Oh, what'd you buy?
I bought a Gundam.
I'm really disappointed you didn't finish that one syllable.
Oh yeah,
early.
no.
I bought a gun.
I did see the Gundam you bought. You bought a cool Gundam.
Yeah, I gotta find pictures later. But I bought a Gundam kit. I asked Kuvo for some suggestions from pictures I took.
Which one did you get? Do you know?
I have it in my... Hold on.
You remember the name?
He got the one with the giant nuke bazooka.
Oh, shit, that's from Stardust Memories.
There's that picture. I know I have you in some...
Yeah, what is it? The GP1?
GPO2.
GP3, whatever the fuck.
GPO2 from Mobile Suit Gundam 0083 Stardust Memory.
Yeah, that
Sorry,
one.
I just had a stroke.
The one with the literal nuclear fucking cannon.
God, I can't even tell because the name is covered up by the actual Gundam on the cover, on the box.
It's the
I love when they fucking do that.
Yeah, the one with the big shield.
Yep, it's got a big shield and it has a gun that literally fires a nuke out of it. True story.
That's great.
Yep, that's actually a nuke launcher.
Nice. So, along with that, on the last day of the event, I went back in for one more look around, and they were selling like those Japanese like Sega cabinets, the small ones.
What do you mean? Oh, right, the Nendo. Yeah.
Kinda.
Well, it's yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's the same thing. Like, hold on. These things.
You posted a picture the other day, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, those things. Yeah, I have that too. So I got those. I just have to put them together one day, but I can't wait to put them together. Just have my giant nuke shooting Gundam playing Virtua Fighter.
Wait a minute, you have to put together the
kits
cabinet also?
Yeah, it's a kit.
Wow, that's so funny. I thought that was just like a little figurine or whatever, but it's pretty interesting. You actually
no. The minute I saw it, I knew it was gonna be a kit, like just from the way it looked. Like it's even more fucked up because the actual the pictures they use for the actual screens, you have to cut them out in a particular way.
Right.
It's like it's all one flat image. There's no cut lines or anything.
Oh, they don't pop out like the cardboard things or whatever.
You have to cut them out specifically, otherwise you're just gonna fuck them up.
How much did you spend?
That's
the Gundam was $45.
Okay, is it a high grade or a master grade? Are we talking about
high grade?
You spent $45
Actually,
for
hold
a
on.
high grade Gundam.
I think it might have been $35.
It either says HG or MG on it.
It's HD. It's HG.
Okay.
Oh no, I know the one he bought. It is an older one too.
I'm gonna Google high grades GP02A right now and see how much it runs on Amazon.
I'm pretty sure it might have been less. It's
$22 on Amazon right now.
Yeah, I
figured. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, let's face it. I bought worse things for more.
Fair.
And
the first Gundam I bought was like a fucking $60+ one that is like a third-party knockoff thing that's definitely not worth that much.
I think it's just the fact that I just wanted it now. I didn't want to... Because, hold on, where's that? Where the hell is it?
Why are some of these going for $75 though? I don't know anymore.
What the fuck is this?
Well, that's Master Grade though. I don't know. Alright, you know what? You did your best.
Mm-hmm. That would be helpful.
I mean, spending like $30-something on a high grade for like certain of them isn't actually that fucking good.
And $30 isn't even that much over the actual price, but
yeah, there it is. It's $45 for the Gundam, and the actual like arcade arcade stuff like $35 when I found it.
Word, but where you fucked up was you didn't get the GPO3S, which has the Physalis bottom. That was what you should have.
Like, I was just trying to look around for like something to start with. Like, Google just made it just like look for HG as a start off, and then work your way up.
You realize that you fucked up now, right? Because I'm just gonna start linking you Gundam models all the time, and you're gonna have to buy them, and then all your money's gonna go away like some Tosis.
Christ.
Yeah, you're gonna be like me, and you're gonna be surrounded by plastic robots and have no money, and be like, why don't I have any money?
I am surrounded by plushies. I have enough problems as it is.
But now your plushies are gonna be destroyed by the Gundams. That's what you realize. Yeah.
No, my Dedende, no.
But now you gotta buy about 5 versions of a crab robot, right? Like me.
And one of them...
Because I need all the crab robots.
And one of them is going to be a perfect grade, and that's going to cost like $200 and be made of metal.
Oh.
They do not have a perfect grade Zagok, and I wish they did, because I would legitimately fucking buy
I think they
that.
do have a perfect grade Act guy, though. I might be wrong.
No. They don't. The only perfect grades they have are dumb Gundams, because I don't care about Gundams, alright? I want the dumb...
This is too much Plamo talk right now. I need to get out of here.
I'm trying to get away from that. Like, I mainly just want...
I'm trying to not zone out, and it's very difficult because I'm actually sick right now.
Christ. Okay.
Nico, what? You don't like to build things, huh?
I mean, I just don't know anything about like Gundam models and stuff, so like I just have a hard time relating to it in any way, shape, or form.
Okay. So like the big thing at the con though, so I don't remember if they got it with the writer or maybe the manga artist, but Yuri on Ice was the big enemy thing at the con this year.
Let me tell you what that is. Yuri on Ice is a figure skating anime, and it's all boys, and they figure skate together, and people ship them as fucking... And it's actually pretty good. It's
literally the gayest thing I've ever seen, and I'm a literal gay man.
It's pretty good. Anyway.
It's literally called Yuri on Ice.
Well, Yuri means girls fucking, though, and this is boys.
That's the thing, is it should be called Yaoi on Ice.
Right.
Yes, but, like, that's my point. It doesn't make sense. Anime is confusing, I'm scared.
Yaoi on Hentais.
Oh, if you think Yuri on Ice is confusing, let me tell you about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
We'll have to have another podcast for JoJo's, alright? That's too
much. Oh,
much.
is JoJo the one that did an ending about that meme that I keep saying?
Maybe.
Huh?
Well, to be continued. What?
You know, the roundabout meme?
Yeah. That's JoJo meme. Okay, here we go.
JoJo season 1 all over.
We're going to have a segment in the future where I ask Nico if he's caught up on JoJo's part for you, and the answer will be no every time. Anyway.
Absolutely, you're correct.
Okay, so I was right. So, like, they get the manga artist, director, and character designer from Japan.
Oh, sick.
So, see, like, I'm pretty sure you have to take it sold at the con just to see these people, because on the third day, Saturday, the entire first floor where they were at was swamped. There's no way, like, they had a big old line that went from outside, and it made it wasn't possible to get around.
You couldn't even ice skate through there.
Yeah. So, like, I was reading up online, like, they were having, like, people were trying to cut through, because, like, the artist was just, like, drawing stuff for people in line, and they didn't want something, like,
for free?
Yeah. Like, so, like...
That was a mistake.
It's like, they didn't have to tell him, like, hey, you should probably stop doing that.
They literally had to go up to him, look, you need to charge for this, or you're gonna get fucked all weekend.
I feel like he did it, like, they didn't have the kindness in their heart. Like, they didn't want to say no. But like,
Yeah, right.
like he was drawing it for each guest that came for an autograph.
Holy shit.
So you had to imagine how long that was going to be.
Wow, what a hero.
What a hero. So that was a fun day. Like, Saturday was like, because Thursday and Friday wasn't as bad because it was like, you know, it was still like, I'm pretty sure school has probably started early for a couple areas. And Saturday was the only day, like, if you wanted to dress up, Saturday was your best day.
Because
so, like,
there were so many people there.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I saw a bunch of good cosplay. I took some pictures. I found a good Urian.
Ooh, very nice. In the thong?
I wish.
Oh, rest in peace. In the suit?
I don't think... Yes. I think the best part, he was so happy that I recognized him because... I recognized because it was like the last thing I did before I left for the day.
Right.
So he was happy I took a picture of him because like no one recognized him. I felt bad for the guy.
Maybe he had the thong under.
Maybe. I'll post it real quick on the other chat. Hey, he's not bad. He was not bad. He was kind of short, but let's face it, trying to do a good Urian is kind of hard.
Yeah, trying to be 6'5" is pretty tough when you're not.
I'm overly tall, and I'm only 6'3", so...
Yeah, and your hair isn't white, and you aren't built like a truck. Oh, boy.
No,
this
you
is
need
an
Toddy for
amazing
that.
Cosplay. Oh, this guy rules. He's got the shades and everything.
Yep.
Alright,
Yeah,
so...
pretty good.
Did you cosplay? No?
Yeah, I did. So I cosplayed as what I did last year because it's just what I already had lying around. I cosplayed as a character I've made, another one, and for Saturday I dressed up as the engineer from Team Fortress.
Yep. Very nice.
I started to do it because I wear glasses now. Last year I didn't, so putting on the goggles was kind of
over
annoying.
the glasses, right?
Like, I kept them around my neck because I was the blue engineer.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So, see, the problem with going to an anime con dressed as a character, which people are starting to forget about anymore, because let's face it, Overwatch is kind of taken over.
Oh, God.
And so, aside from, like, let's put it this way. Last year, I got recognized half the time as Bob the Builder.
Nice.
Oh, hey, it's that guy, Bob the Builder. My favorite anime character.
No, video game character.
Bob the Builder 3 is never coming out.
So I feel like this year would be better because everyone recognized me as the engineer.
Personally, I liked Bob the Builder Remastered.
I like Bob the Builder Classic.
When we started. So I'm happy about that. Like, only one person saw me as Bob the Builder, but everyone else recognized me as the engineer. So that's good. I feel happy about that. I did something good today.
Sure.
People didn't seriously think you were Bob the Builder, though. They
did.
They
I talked to a friend about this. Like, I had to realize this is an anime con. I thought most people here actually play video games very often.
But how
so
much...
they watch Bob the Builder instead? Like, what are we saying
Yes,
here?
they do. You have to realize also he's also a meme.
Alright, well, hit me up when you see Fighting Foodon's cosplay.
I mean, the engineer's a fucking meme,
that is
too.
true. But I feel like people recognize the red engineer more than the blue one.
I mean, yeah, that might be kind of...
But, like, I saw two other engineers that day, so I think that worked pretty well.
Red team racists.
Fuck the red team.
So that's...
I mean, yeah, the red team is the worst color, so...
So you basically just conned it out, and also you were away. So that was your week.
No, my week.
2 week.
I mean, I also played a certain game, Firing a Blue Hedgehog, but we'll talk about that later.
Oh no! Can't talk about that one.
You gotta remember, though, Game Bun has LP'd literally every Sonic game that has ever been, and then tried to do one of them again with me because Matroixer was no longer down to Sonic.
A certain game starring a blue hedgehog. Are you talking about Bubsy 3D?
No, I'm talking about Bubsy
Babysitting
Return of the
Cream.
Woolies.
No.
Oh, okay.
So, I saw that trailer a while ago. The new game doesn't look as bad as I thought it would be.
Well, you know,
the most
they have
fucked
to
up-
make people buy it.
The most fucked up thing about that trailer is that they... Now listen to me. The most fucked up thing about that trailer is that it reminds me more of Sonic... I want to say Sonic 4, but not really. Because it has the homing attack. It just straight up just has it.
Please don't. Please don't do this to me.
This is Bubsy.
Don't compare
This is
Bubsy to Sonic.
Like, I know the Bubsy meme is like, he's shit, but actually no, the first game in 3D is...
I mean, it's not even a meme. It's just
I
they're
don't
all
even call
bad
them, like-
games. They're literally
Would you say that
all
all
bad.
Bubsy games are bad, Zimtosis?
I don't think there's a good Bubsy game out there, personally.
I would actually say all three Bubsy games are bad.
No, we
You're
missed
right.
one. There's a fourth one on the Jaguar.
That reminds me of another game series.
That's right, Bubsy 2006.
Is there actually one on the fucking Jaguar?
It's just a 2D one, though. It's just
I don't know why I brought up Bubsy. Now this is happening to me. All right.
Yeah, let's not talk about Bubsy anymore, please.
This is why the game from this hell.
We talk about.
Yeah, this is a real cause for alarm.
I'm stopping the Bubsy train. I'm getting off of the Bubsy train.
Okay.
We've pulled into Bubsy.
Bubsy is a real forbidden topic, huh?
So hold on. Did you ever find the jacket?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
There's some on Amazon, but they're not the ones I'm looking for.
Oh.
So my week. I had a UTI. I got a UTI the day before we recorded the podcast the last time, and I have still been having complications from it the whole time. So that was my week. No, I'm just kidding. But I did play video games, so I have been extremely ill. So Monolith. Last time I was playing Monolith, and I have finished it since then. Hey, that game is really good. Also, it's not as hard as I thought to beat the last boss. I'm pretty much was just bad before. And yeah, you should play that game. I think I pretty much talked it to death last week, so I don't need to. There's not much more I have to say about it other than I beat it and it's good. Also, I have lately been playing more PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. I got into this game pretty close to when it was first in early access, and a lot of people got into it. And there's a group of people that I play with fairly regularly when I play this game. And yeah, we've been playing more lately, and hey, I'm sure you see a lot of big websites and streamers and etc. and highlights of this on Twitter all the time, and it looks just like a shoot man's game and not very fun, but it's actually really good. It's like really good, guys. It's really fun to play, and it's exciting, and I had a really excellent moment the last time I played in... Well, I had a couple, but the one that comes to mind is I was playing with a friend of the podcast, Rainbow Fission, and also friend of the podcast, Chris Studio Grant. And we dropped... If you know anything about this game, basically, it's Battle Royale. You know what that is? It's like a Japanese book about a bunch of Japanese students, and they all land on an island, and they have to kill each other.
I mean, I didn't know it was a book, but...
Yeah, well, it was a book before it was a thing, but yeah. So it's like, you drop out of a plane, and you all land on this island, and as you're on the island, circle closes, there's this big, sort of circle on your map that constantly constricts to one point on the map. If you're outside the circle, you take damage. If you're inside the circle, you don't. And the ultimate goal is to have... In the case of if you're playing with a squad of people, which is up to 4 people, you can have less if you really want, but that's obviously you're at a disadvantage if you do. You have one team win at the end, right? So either that happens by you killing them, which you kind of have to kill them at the end because eventually the circle does stop constricting, at least for a few minutes, and it's so small. It's like a 30-foot radius around that, you can't not see the other people, you know what I mean, by the end. Although, theoretically, there was a game in which I played in which that actually happened where we couldn't see each other because of a very weird circumstance. And so I found out, eventually, that last circle does close. And then you just have to heal if you have it, because nobody's in the circle.
And then it's basically just who dies first loses.
Yep. Exactly, and I died first in that scenario with a friend. But, so I was playing with Studio and with Rainbow Fission, and we dropped in an area. There's an island to the very far south of the main island that has a military base on it. So we dropped in the military base, and yeah, there's a lot of those, to be honest with you. If you ever go to, there's a prison, a school, apartments, there's a few large towns and military base, and basically all of those are hotbeds, right? If you drop into any of those places, you basically need to get a gun, fast, and then probably kill somebody who's chasing you. So, that was essentially what happened. There's 3 apartments in military base that are all right next to each other, and both Studio and Rainbow died on the same roof to a couple of guys, right? So I got some guns, and I was like, well, I'm not just gonna fucking run away like a pussy. I'm gonna get revenge. Take these dudes out. So I tried to snipe them from another roof. Didn't work out. And then I was like, hey, fuck this. And to get up to the roof of these buildings, you have to run up a fire escape sort of thing on the side of the building. So I ran up the fire escape. I ran to like the last platform of the fire escape before the roof. And then I literally said in mic, watch this, took a frag out, threw it as I ran up, took my gun out, shot the one guy, frag blew up the other guy, and took revenge, and I felt like a boss. So that was basically the dopest shit ever. And then I died like 5 minutes, not even later, driving a motorcycle across a bridge, and somebody shot me. But hey, that game is really good. You should play that game, probably. Even though everybody is talking about it nonstop. And usually when everybody talks about a game nonstop, it's not actually good, like Dota. This game is good.
Or Sonic Mania.
Hey, Mike. Wait, hold on. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Alex. Mike, if it's such a good game, how come you're not playing it with me, huh?
Because you have to own it to play it.
That wouldn't stop a real friend.
Oh, I see how it is. Well, speaking of games that we're playing together, there's one other thing that's going on this week. It hasn't happened yet, but we're actually going to be starting it this Sunday, so a couple days from when we're recording this. There's been a lot of interest in our Discord channel among certain parties for playing a tabletop game online, like an RPG, like D&D or something. It's been going around for a while, and like nothing ever really solidified.
Yeah, I feel like we've been talking about this for like 2 years.
Speaking of, we still have slots open.
First of all, I've played tabletop games many times, and no one's ever talked to me about it, and it makes me sad.
No, because we haven't talked specifically to anyone about it. It's all been just sort of like in the channel, people going, we should play D&D or something, and then nothing ever happens, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
However, another friend of the podcast, Cosmic Bard, on the channel,
are we going to say that for everyone we know?
Yep.
Yes. Literally everyone.
Friend of the podcast, Todd Howard.
No, he is not a fucking friend, alright?
Enemy of the podcast, Todd Howard.
He's one step above Randy Pitchford, alright?
Enemy of the podcast, Randy Pitchford.
Cosmic Bard, not Todd Howard. Already had a big campaign written for Pathfinder, which is basically Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 edition, but with a lot of crazy shit in it. Like you can have raptors for pets and you can be a cat person and shit like that. Anyway,
there's cat people in D&D.
Yeah,
now I'm intrigued.
He has a good amount of Pins is a cat person in our campaign. Anyway, he has a bunch of...
You mean friend of the podcast?
No, not friend of the podcast. Cosmic Bard already has a lot of experience in GMing, and he's GM'd a bunch of campaigns before, and he already had a big campaign written out for Pathfinder.
I have all of those things, I'll have you know.
Well, that's good to know, and you should probably say that after we're done with this one. But we found that out, and we were like, hey... Well, I found that out, and I was like, hey, we should, like, do a campaign. And he was like, okay, it's like, get people together. We need, like, minimum 5 people. And we did that, so now there's character sheets made, and we're going to start Sunday. I'm excited.
Nice.
There's still room left, if anyone's interested. But, yeah.
If I did have homework, I probably would try to join.
It should be fun. Theoretically, we're doing it weekly on Sundays.
Cosmic didn't want me to be a big crab that fought people, and that makes me sad, but I have another character that I think is going to be good.
Yeah, Zemtosis decided that she wanted to come up with the most difficult characters ever in a row.
What? I wanted to be...
We had to shoot them down every time until she finally came up with something that was doable.
Listen, the first character was literally a character I've used in, like, every other time I fucking played.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
And the second one, I just wanted to be a crab, alright? I just wanted to be a crab.
When Sonic Forces comes out, you can be a crab.
No, I can't.
What's up, Game One?
So, if I make a character sheet, can I just be Todd Howard?
No, actually.
If you're Todd Howard, I'm allowed to kill you in the game, actually.
Right.
Did you know that?
All I would do is just show Skyrim.
For one, everyone would kill you, and for two, Todd Howard,
oh my god.
as you know, Todd Howard never leaves his basement.
You
so
could be
you
Todd
wouldn't be on
Howard
an
the
adventure
Bard
in the first place.
Todd Howard the Bard, and all he does when he performs is show people new versions of Skyrim.
Oh, and before you ask, no, you cannot be Randy Pitchford either.
I wasn't even suggesting. I mean, if I was Randy, I would just make a bunch of broken promises.
There are guns in Pathfinder though, so you could be Duke Nukem. Just saying.
That's not fun though.
No, yeah, you're right. Duke Nukem isn't fun anymore. Got him. All right. Well, there's no segment for this, but that's my week. So now let's move on to the weekly segment.
John Carmack's tweet of the week.
Basically, yeah, the John Carmack tweet of the week, a giant bomb joke from like fucking 2014.
Look, I still love that.
It's a pretty good joke.
All right.
So listen, guys, what's the worst thing you saw on the internet?
I'll tell you
this week.
Let me start, please. I can't.
Go.
I'm so excited. So let me link it first of all, because I'm sure you'll be interested to see this. This is a little. I actually have two things, but this is the first one. The lesser of the two, I think. There is a tweet storm by Heads Fall Off on Twitter, which is looking at GameSpot reviews from over a decade ago is making me feel very old, but in a good way. Well, I didn't feel old in a good way when I watched these, because, oh boy, they're terrible. Like, in the best way.
I remember GameSpot from, like, fucking 10 years ago, and they're so bad.
There's some really choice Alex Navarro reviews of, like, 2 minutes long or so of video games in here. There's what's that game called? The truck... Big Mama Truckers? Big Truck...
Big Mother Truckers?
Is that it? Is that what it's called?
Spicy Truck Boy.
Oh, hey,
that's really broken, where you can accelerate infinitely when you go back.
Big Rigs.
Big Rigs over the road
Thank
racing.
You. Yes. There's a review of that, and there's Ryan Davis and Jeff Gerstmann listening to Ryan Davis's Beyonce ringtone, and Jeff Gerstmann pretending to be Greg Kasavin with a t-shirt on his face, because there's a review of some ninja game, and then he takes it off, and it's great. It's like looking into the past in the worst way possible.
It's like you'd never know GameSpot would fire him for giving Kane Lynch a bad review.
It's like he never knew that would happen. Yeah, it's true. So that was terrible in its own way, but if I'm being honest, the worst thing that I saw on the internet this week was last week I guested. Well, I guess it was this week, right? On Monday, I guested on Anime Night with at Kuvosa, aka
friend of the show Kuvo.
And normally on Anime Night, you watch anime, and I'm fully prepared to watch bad anime. I've seen plenty of bad anime, and I'm used to it. That's not what we watched this week. We watched the Bulgarian 1980s Treasure Planet, which
shit! I've seen a short clip of this, and holy fuck! Shit.
I don't know what that even means.
Okay, well, Treasure Planet might be a little confusing, but maybe if I said Treasure Island, then you would understand a little better. Or wait, what is it called?
I think it's actually called Treasure Planet.
No, it's Treasure Island. Oh, yeah.
Treasure Island is the one with the pirates, and then Treasure Planet is the version that they made into space.
No, I know, but I'm saying Treasure Island is what this is based on.
I think I found it on YouTube.
Okay, Robert Louis Stevenson, Treasure Island.
Yeah.
So, if you've heard of this Zomtosis or not, I'm not sure, but...
I have not.
Basically, this is a story of pirates in the 1800 or mid-1700s, and a story of adventure, and... It was a very old
Kermit
novel.
The Frog is there, and it's like a whole thing.
Jim Hawkins. It's this whole novel where basically a kid joins pirates and they go find treasure, and it's very exciting and whatever. There's been a bunch of adaptations. There's a Disney movie about it. This is not...
There's literally a Muppet version, which is actually really good.
Yeah, this is not that.
Wait, is the Disney version the thing with the books, or what the fuck are you talking about?
The Disney version. Oh wait, actually, maybe the Disney version was also futuristic, right? It had like cat people or something, or had like a.
It did. That's
God, nope. Now I got nothing.
Treasure Island Disney.
It's not Disney. It's just called Treasure Planet.
There's whatever. Okay, look. You know what? Anyway. This is all. None of this actually matters to the content that I watched. Because let me tell you about the content that I watched. This was a 1980s fucking trip. The Bulgarians who made this shit were on so many drugs, and I've never seen animation like this in my life. Like, really, it's just like stuff where, like, whenever a character's on screen, they're constantly like twitching, like they're just like their whole model is just like moving in like a really weird jiggly way, and not because like they're like animating, like they're not, it's not like I'm talking and I'm like moving my hands around, right? Just like they'll just like fucking wig out, like there's some shit wrong with them, and they're having a they're having a seizure.
Based on the short clip I saw, there is no other way to explain that. Like that's as close as you can get with words.
It's like every character is constantly having a seizure.
Again? I need
Treasure Planet. Treasure Planet. So if you really want, you can go onto @Kuvosa, his Twitter, and you can. He's got a download for us watching it. So if you really want to watch it, you can watch us watching it.
Now here's the thing: the Disney movie Treasure Planet. Now I genuinely know what this is, but I've never really watched that movie.
You know what? Don't watch the one that I watched. Watch the Disney one, because it's probably, and also like you just can't understand what's going on in the Bulgarian one. It's like,
is that actually? Oh god, is that the cover?
It's fucking wild, dude, and like. Yeah, there's poop dragons that come out of the planet to fight them, and it all ends. Spoilers: the ending, everyone dies because the planet gets melted by the insides of a giant crystal that turns out to be horrible magma juice that destroys an entire planet. Oh, and everybody on the ship and all those characters that you see on the cover die also, and then. The entire planet is reborn. It grows into a giant flower, which then spits out a bunch of really, really racist black caricatures, and also other things, including Mickey Mouse, literally just Mickey Mouse at one point.
God.
Like copyright infringement Mickey Mouse, all while music is playing. And oh man, I can't do this film justice by describing it, but it was some shit. And I watched all of that on Monday. And then
I'm trying really hard to find this, by the way.
And then after, I don't know if this is on YouTube. Oh, by the way,
I think I just looked it up. It is.
This movie is in English, but you would not be able to understand anything anyone was saying in it because it's like they hired a bunch of homeless cousins to make it to do the voice acting. Kuvo apparently. Literally subtitled this entire movie himself. So,
oh my god!
Props to Kuvo. You can get the subtitles also on his Twitter.
Oh, so they got a bunch of other Bulgarians that also don't really speak English to do the voice acting, and it just is terrible. All right, cool.
And so nothing could possibly top that on the internet that I saw after that. But I will say we did watch, if you know Lasagna Cat, we did watch Pipe Strip. After that, all of it. We watched the first 10 minutes of Puella Magica Madoka movie, which then cut to Pipe Strip. And we watched all of Pipe Strip. So.
Okay, alright.
That's one way.
So that was by far the worst. In fact, that might be the worst thing I've seen on the internet ever. So, yeah.
Well, so we're done.
So
what was the worst thing you saw?
My thing sounds really boring in comparison. Because mine's just a very creative lost.jpg.
Oh, yeah? Hit me up.
Yeah. Alright, I'm going to link it to the chat, and then I will describe it. Oh no, I lost it. Hold on, where's my notepad? Here we go.
I'm going to save these links, and we're going to put them in the show notes on YouTube this time. I'm just saying
that. Please do that. Please put them in somewhere.
Yeah.
So that I can do that.
I mean, they're all in this little Discord channel we have, but I will make sure that we can actually do it this time, because we promised that last time and then didn't.
Okay, so... somebody has made a Lost edit that is 4 panels of songs taken from Genius.com that just describe what happens in every panel of Lost. So we have Through Them Hospital Doors by Flushing Scotch, We have, meanwhile, my attention is pulled in another direction, some receptionist from Eminem.
These are lyrics to songs, by the way, not the names of the songs.
Yes. Doctor, give me the news, Robert Palmer. Something's wrong, she was lying on the bed crying when I walked in.
By
Bob Geldof? Is this small on my... I got a new monitor.
Yeah, it's
my
Geldof.
One is my second monitor now.
Oh, man. This is a lot.
This is amazing.
It's beautiful.
I feel like Lost JPEG came back. You know what I mean?
It never left, man. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years.
Like, I know you're saying
LL
that.
Cool J.
And, like, I kind of agree with you. Like, there's always been some Lost.jpg hanging around. But I feel like it's made a real resurgence in 2017. You know what I mean?
Like, I'm at a point in my life where I see an image on the internet and my first reaction is this loss?
Is this loss? Is this not loss?
Is this loss? It could be. I don't know. Somebody was like gonna draw that that pointy S that everybody draws in middle school, and they had the three vertical lines, and I'm like, is this loss? This could be loss.
It's like
this
when
could
you
be
have
the start of loss. I don't know. Maybe.
It's like when you have to ask yourself, is this a JoJo's reference? Except, is this loss? I think the movie that I watched was Loss. I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
it could be
loss. It's some kind of a loss.
Yeah, it was
humanity.
a loss for me, for sure.
Yeah.
A loss of time, a loss of sanity.
And I did see one other thing that was weird. It's definitely not the worst thing on the internet. So, you guys remember Night in the Woods, right? That video game I made y'all watch with me?
I couldn't
believe this. I remember that.
Yeah, so, Taylor Swift posted some kind of ad for concert tickets that had May the Cat from Night in the Woods in it.
Well, let's be clear. Tasteway put out a new single.
Yeah.
And now she's advertising for, I guess, her fucking tour. And the ad is just a bunch of cats in line waiting to buy Tasteway tickets, and one of them is literally May from Night in the Woods. Like, just...
Yeah, and then Bombs Fall, Scott Benson, who made the video game, found out and was like, what the fuck?
And in fact, he specifically retweeted the video and said, this is not canon. So...
Yeah, no. May's into, like, doom metal. She wouldn't be into Taylor Swift. Like, let's be clear here.
Oh,
and that's what I got.
Hey, you got what you got. So hit me up. What was the worst thing you saw this week, Game Bun?
Shit, I don't know. I actually been kind of on and off. I haven't really paid attention to a lot of stuff this whole week.
Kind of a good week for you then.
What's the worst cosplay you saw this week?
Fuck. To be honest,
that's a good one. That's a good question.
Again, there's a lot, but I didn't really keep up with everything I saw. Plus,
just trying to think of one that stood out. What was one bad cosplay you saw? Just low effort, low rent.
It wasn't low effort. It stuck to me because I remember the character is from Free. The also gate.
The swimming anime.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay, so this is an anime which is almost exactly Yuri on Ice, except instead of being about ice skating, it's about boys in a swim club.
It is exactly what you think it is.
It's exactly as gay.
So, like I said, I would. So, when it comes to cosplay, I always have one rule in regards to it. When you do a cosplay, always find a character that fits your body type.
Oh no. I can already see where this is going.
Hey, I will defend Man-Fae to my dying breath. So,
hey, men can have boobs.
That shit is classic, and Man-Fae rocked it. I don't even care.
So, if you can somehow make it work, regardless of your body type, and good for you. Mm-hmm. But otherwise, I would say stick to what works for you, which is why the characters I usually tend to cosplay are usually either fat or very wide.
So basically, these guys who are normally... Oh, she was a... So already, we're talking a girl cosplaying as a guy.
No. I think she was cosplaying as their manager.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it, so I don't know what their manager looks like. But alright.
Yeah, hold on.
Was she wearing swimwear?
It was the onesie with the jacket from the school.
That's a tough one.
It's that it's fine from the front because you don't see much, but when you turn around, you realize that thing is going up the butt crack. You realize the ass is all kind of,
No, don't do that.
Just like all up in there, huh?
It's gonna get stuck in there forever. You have to be careful about that.
I feel like I saw another one just like that too. Not the same cosplayer, but like a similar problem with like, this character is normal, but he's skinny.
Sure.
And this fat girl wears the size of cosplay as this character.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have a problem if you can make it work. It's just otherwise, do something that, if you can make it, like, adjust to it. Adjust the outfit to make it work.
Sure.
Because if you're
don't just wear exactly the same outfit and then have it be really uncomfortable and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So no low effort cosplays then? No like, I'm just Terry Bogard and I'm just wearing a hat and a jacket or like...
Actually, I did see one like that. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be Terry Bogard. To be honest, actually, it reminds me, I did see a Bob.
A Bob from Tekken?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's perfect.
Let me post a picture.
Was there anyone of like a printed cutout of Randy Pitchford's face? Anytime you ask them who they are, they're just like, I'm an asshole.
Me. I'm a butthole. You can stick it in me.
I think my favorite out of all the cosplays is trying to find a Goku or a Gohan with the hair that looks really ridiculous. Because you can never do that hair right.
In case you guys are wondering, I know Miko probably doesn't know who this is. This is Bob from Tekken.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's Tekken's version of Dan.
No, because he's actually good, is the best part. Oh man, that's awesome. Alright, no, this guy rules.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
He was with a Marluxa in a tuxedo mask.
Wow.
Hold on, I'll go ahead and post those two. If you want to post them like somewhere in the thread, or, whatever.
Alright, so the worst thing you saw this week was an ass crack, basically.
I guess.
And it wasn't on the internet, unfortunately, but...
No, like I said, it's fine. The cosplay with what it was. It's just that, like I said, it's just a peeve of mine. When, like,
too much butt crack. I mean, look, I feel
like
too much butt crack is too much butt crack.
If you can make the outfit work, by all means go for it. But otherwise, always try to accommodate that extra flab.
Yeah, sure. So Zomtosis.
Uh-huh.
What's the worst thing you've seen on the internet this week?
It's funny you say that, because while trying to research the worst thing I saw, I found a new worst thing.
Oh, good.
Alright,
me up.
here you go. It's the official Bubsy the Bobcat Twitter.
Oh no.
My goodness.
And everything about it is bad.
Oh, no, hold on. Discord's warning me that this might be an illegitimate link. Are you sure you're not trying to give me a virus?
Yeah. Oh, it is illegitimate. It should be illegitimate.
Hey,
so, the more I scroll down on this, the worse it gets.
Before you scroll down too far, can you just hit me with the Bubsy bio real quick?
Oh, yeah, hold on.
It's like Bubsy never left. The world's most recognizable Bobcat is back. Not even 9 lives can hold this brawling, hopping, running, and jumping sack for down.
Why is this? Oh, sack
I was gonna do the voice. Goddammit! I was getting ready. I was gonna do the thing. Now I'm gonna read every tweet like that instead. All right.
Instead, do the voice for the one about when can I pre-order on Amazon.
Where the fuck is that?
It's just down a little bit. It's right below the what could possibly go wrong picture.
I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of shit I'm seeing. That's just.
I'll link it here.
Fuck, how does Bubsy sound?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Who?
I can't do the Bubsy 3D voice because that's fucking bad.
I'm Bubsy!
Yeah, actually, you know what?
Bubsy from The Simpsons!
Actually, yeah, hold on.
Very soon!
Oh, God.
It's set up now! These paws make typing harder than you think. I need to hire some humans with those tiny fingers. Get it? 'Cause I'm a cat! And I'm not... Oh,
yeah, I also want to cry. I'm with you.
In response to an article about Bubsy.
No, actually, I'm gonna go down to my favorite fucking one I saw.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Let me link that whole tweet, actually, my dude.
You're scaring my cat.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, kitty!
Your cat should be scared of Bubsy.
Is this Loss?
It's, Is this
Yes.
like
This isn't funny, but my mom wants Andy Cluth to autograph it so she can hang it on our living room. Hashtag Kotaku. Hashtag Nerd Rage Comic. At Andy Cluth.
I think they're literally just trying to find anything relevant to Bubsy. That's very.
So
very
there's
depressing.
4 panels here, and I think this is Loss.
Yeah, this is Lost starring Bubsy. For
Yeah,
sure.
definitely Loss.
and
Oh,
Samus is there for some reason with Varia written on her ass.
So yeah, if you ever needed proof that the apocalypse is happening, Bubsy is back.
Now, I'm still like, do they really think Bubsy being a meme means people want to play another Bubsy game?
Oh, this game's gonna sell
Do
like
I-
shit. Are you kidding me? Nobody's gonna buy this.
Do you see the official Twitter account, how many followers it has?
Yeah, so that's not a lot in the grand scheme of
No,
things.
and considering probably half of them are robots.
Yeah.
That Mega Man is how I feel right now. Just like, what the fuck do I do with this?
So I do want to throw this out here real quick before we move on. In the 6 followers you know tab, one of those people that is following Bubsy is Adam Conover from Adam Ruins Everything.
Oh, good.
So, there's that. Known Bubsy fan.
Yeah, also the Mega Man Twitter is following them. That's why
Oh, really?
found that. Yeah.
Crash Bandicoot.
Hey, isn't it appropriate that Mega Man would be following another Dead Franchise's character?
Yup.
Got him. Got him.
Oh my god.
okay.
I looked in who Bubsy's following.
No, I don't want to know. I don't.
Oh, no.
People can find that out for themselves. I
Hey,
don't
did
want to
you
know
know?
about that.
Guess what other cat Bubsy's following on Twitter?
All right. So, that's the worst things we've seen this week. Bubsy is a terror. So is Treasure Planet.
It really does make the hair stand up, doesn't
Whatever you do, don't cosplay as Bubsy. So,
All right.
Miko,
Let's kick
hit
it into
me
high gear.
with them hot
Okay.
emails.
So, yeah. So, podcast at burndownthesandcastle.info. Some guidelines, because all of these questions I got were very difficult to deal with.
You mean?
If you send me a question, don't make it like, hey, do you prefer this or this? Because that's not an interesting conversation to have. Also, if you are a host of the podcast, please stop submitting questions. Because if I keep reading them every time, you're going to keep submitting questions, and I can't deal with that. So, but there is one here. Let's see.
Uh-huh.
This email comes in from Greg. Says, greetings, Bernies, Burnophiles, Burners, Burnouts, Burndiddlerno, and the
I like
Hotmen?
Burnout.
Question mark. It's me, the sexiest Greg. I'm looking to keep
Hi.
that title, so I'm asking y'all nerds from some rootin' tootin' cowboy tips. You dig? Crapfully yours, Greg. P.S. How do you type with boxing gloves on?
Okay, so let's answer the easy question first. How do you type with boxing gloves on? You don't. You gotta take them
Exactly.
off. I'm
Strong
sorry.
bad's not real. I'm sorry. Hate
Yeah,
to
that's
break it
just
to you.
not.
He's fictional. It's a good time, but he's not real.
Well, when he's typing on the keyboard, strong bad, there's actually that keyboard's not plugged in, and there's actually someone behind the scenes with a wireless keyboard typing for him. So yeah, you just can't do it. Sorry, but I gotta just circle around here. What was the real question here? How to be a rootin' tootin' cowboy? Was that the question?
I'm asking
How to
y'all
effectively
nerds for
root and
some
toot?
rootin' tootin' cowboy tips, is what it says.
All right, rootin' tootin' cowboy tips. Well, for
You
one,
need a
get the
gun.
attire right.
Yeah.
You need a gun.
So you definitely need some assless leather chaps. Step 1.
You're.
Uh-huh.
2.
I'm assuming you're in America. If you are, you can get a gun. So go ahead and buy
Yeah.
that gun.
Yeah, you need a gun.
Cross state lines if you have to.
Yeah. Head over to Chicago. Get yourself an
You gotta
illegal
have
gun.
you gotta have some nice cowboy boots with spurs with a matching cock ring with a spur. Or
No, I don't think you should do that part.
It seems like overkill.
Like,
But you do want to dress the part. So assless leather chaps for
yeah,
sure.
for sure.
Right? Yeah. I mean,
Jeans underneath, optional.
you got to
I'd
dress
say.
for the job you want, not the job you have, right? So if you want to be a cowboy, you're gonna need a 10-gallon hat, some chaps, spurs. You can put them wherever you want. You don't need to wear the spurs on your feet.
Mm-hmm.
You put them on your hands, on your earrings. Can you have
on your cock
earrings?
ring if you want?
Yeah, on your cock ring if you want. Do cowboys wear vests? I think they do. Vests are a thing, right?
I think some of them do.
I guess.
Yeah, depends on the cowboy.
Yeah, some of them will just wear a button down.
But if you ever seen Gotchi, they wear vests and they're pretty sexy. So, just
Now you gotta
consider
make
it.
sure the leather harness matches everything else too. When you get that, and maybe the gag can be leather too. You get a pony gag that'll actually match the theme. Now that I think of it,
I guess my big question is: do you need a horse to be a cowboy?
That's what the pony gag's for.
So you don't need it if you have the guy. I mean, I don't think that's a great substitute for a horse, though.
I feel like if you
give me a second
wanted to forgo the horse, you would definitely need a second cowboy that you just keep in bondage at all times.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You ride
What the fuck
cowboy.
do you think I'm saying? Hello.
We're going right back to Gotchi. I see you.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to think of cowboys without horses, and I'm coming up blank. You can also,
Jackie Chan.
if you're more about the concept of cowboy and less about the execution, you can just watch the movie Gran Torino, okay, with Clint Eastwood, and then just be exactly like him in that movie. I think you'll really find that the modern cowboy is brought out in yourself. No, nobody else watched Gran Torino? All right,
Nope.
well,
I did.
he's a
but,
racist prick.
Oh.
That's the
Yeah.
joke.
Oh.
That's the whole joke.
Oh.
Also, if you live in New York and you dress like a cowboy every day, what the fuck are you doing with your life, really? Let's be honest. What are you doing? Fuck's sake.
Trying to get in City Slickers 3.
Even if you live upstate, what are you doing, man? Stop.
City Slickers 3.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well,
Uh-huh. Next question, goddamn.
I think that's the best we can do, but thanks for the question, Greg.
So the rest of these are not interesting to read?
Just hit me with the peanut question. You don't need to.
I'm not
we don't
reading
need to
the
answer
question
it. I
that
just
you
want to
submitted.
I didn't submit it. My friend Peanut
It has your
had a
email
really
on it!
important. Just give me this. Just let me
That's your
have
Gmail
it.
account.
Hit me with this peanut question so we can end it.
No, we're done.
God damn it!
If I read the question, you'll keep submitting questions, and I'm not about this life, okay?
If you read this last one, I won't submit another peanut question.
Just submit it under Todd Howard.
God.
Alright, and the next question is, can you vor a bird?
Now you're
And is
reading your own
Charizard
email,
a bird?
and that's also bad.
I actually don't remember
Alright.
what I sent.
That's
Podcast
literally what you
at-
asked.
Podcast at burndownthesandcastle.info. Podcast at burndownthesandcastle.info. It's also up on YouTube at Burn Down the Sandcastle. Just look it up. You'll find it. We're on Twitter. As we said it earlier on, we're on iTunes now. Podtrack.
Well, they can't do
What's
anything
up?
with Podtrack.
What do you
That's just for me.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying that it exists. Why you gotta do me like that? I'm gonna submit a peanut email every fucking time now, you piece of shit.
Just try me.
Alright, well.
All right,
good
so
one.
thanks everybody. I'll catch you all next time. And
Oh, before we leave, I want to leave you this.
Uh-oh. What's this? What is this? What is this man doing? He's gonna make a bad decision.
Oh!
He made a bad decision.
Well, just like you and just like us, making bad decisions every day. Alright, have a good one.
All right, bye everybody.
Bye.